Since you, since you went down the quarterback road, do you have a timeline as to when you want to name a starter? Or is that even something a starter, is that something you're concerned with?
As a staff, we've talked about no timeline other than really doing a very good job of allowing both those quarterbacks to be who they are. We felt like in the spring, we may not have allowed Malik to be who he was in the sense that we had to catch him up to an offense that evolved more around Deshaun than it did around Malik's talents. So we need both of them to be who they are. So it's really been more about getting our offense to run effectively for both of them. And that's really been most of the focus, if not all the focus, instead of sitting in the staff room and coming up with a date or a time as to, when are we going to make a decision on the quarterback.
And moving forward, as you evaluate the two of them, how do you weigh what happens in camp versus Deshaun's body of work, which is pretty massive last year,
Well, certainly you have a glimpse at what he can do, but then you put the Texas film on and see how easy it was for Malik, or you put on the LSU game and you see how easy it was for him as well. So, that's why we are where we are. We've got two really good quarterbacks based upon what we've seen on film. And we got to let them both compete and continue to compete.
Brian, over here.
Yes.
With the quarterbacks, if they're more similar than different, and who you choose isn't going to affect the identity of the team, why not just play both? And would that be the best way to keep number two sharp? Because
Let's do that. Let's play them both. I'd say, Pete, why in the heck aren't you sitting here? And let's just change.
I mean, aside from press conference questions.
Well, I get paid your money too,
yeah,
so that would be awesome.
When you look at what worked for you at Cincinnati with Pike and Caleros, certainly what worked in the Music City Bowl, is that just not a feasible solution?
I have not taken anything off the table, really, honestly. Look, if you go down the roster, and I think we're all reasonable to look at the offensive roster and look at the playmakers on offense, two of them are on the quarterback side. So I got to look at all of those and factor every one of them in. And so for me not to look at every scenario possible as it relates to the quarterback position, I would be not being smart as a football coach. So we'll look at every option and everything that's available to us to put the best offense on the field. So everything's on the table as it relates to that.